martyred another Kashmiri youth in Sopore town today. The Minister for Economic Affairs Division has reaffirmed Pakistan's unequivocal commitment to work with the international community in the fight against money laundering. The joint session of the Parliament will be held at the beginning of the new parliamentary year in Islamabad tomorrow. The 71st death anniversary of the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, is being observed today. In Afghanistan, 30 Taliban have been killed in an airstrike in Takhar province. And now the news in detail. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has called for immediate lifting of curfew from the Indian-occupied Kashmir. He was interacting with the international and Pakistani media in Geneva today. The Foreign Minister said parents are unable to send their wards to schools out of fear and because of total communication blackouts. He said the youth, including girls, are being picked up by the Indian occupation forces to humiliate them. He said the situation in Indian-occupied Kashmir is turning grave as there is lack of food and health facilities in the held valley. Talking to the Turkish media in Geneva today, the foreign minister said when India tries to change the majority population to minority and the demography of the occupied valley forcefully, Pakistan interprets it as the genocide of Kashmiris. He said bilateral relations between Pakistan and Turkey have always been ideal and the two countries always supported each other, which was once again witnessed at the OIC meeting. The minister said we are waiting for the visit of the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan to Pakistan, in which we will discuss comprehensive economic cooperation between the two countries. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for strengthening the United Nations Military Observers Group in India and Pakistan. Speaking at the UN Security Council's debate on peacekeeping operations, Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Dr. Maliha Lodhi, said the efficacy of the United Nations Observers mission in India and Pakistan has become more consequential due to mounting ceasefire violations along the line of control by the Indian forces, which necessitates regular and formal reporting to the Council. The Azad Jammu Kashmir Prime Minister Raja Farooq Haider Khan says if the international community does not stand up against the unilateral illegal step of fascist Indian government, then its negative impact would adversely affect the entire region. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, the Azad Jammu Kashmir Prime Minister said the people of Azad Kashmir are eager to help the innocent people of Indian-held Kashmir. He said the people of Kashmir are facing Indian atrocities and human rights violations by the Indian forces on both sides of the line of control. He appealed the world powers to take action and come forward to play the due role as it is an issue of humanity and not just a piece of land. The Minister for Kashmir Affairs in Gilgit-Baltistan, Sardar Ali Amin Gandapur, has said the joint statement of the United Nations Human Rights Council against the continuous curfew and human rights violations in occupied Kashmir committed by the Indian forces is encouraging. In a statement today, he said this is a positive result of Pakistan's effective diplomacy. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred a Kashmiri youth in Sopore town today amid lockdown imposed by India that entered the 38th straight day today. The youth, identified as Asif Maqbool, was traveling in a car when the troops opened fire on the vehicle, resulting in his killing. Meanwhile, military siege along with communication blockade continued on the 30th consecutive day today in the Kashmir Valley and parts of Jammu region. Markets and other business establishments remain closed, while public transport continued to be off the roads. Journalists, students, businessmen, and patients are bearing the brunt of unprecedented curfew and communications blackout as internet, mobile, and landline services remain suspended, while television channels continue to remain closed from the 5th of August when India scrapped the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. People continue to face shortage of essential commodities, including baby food, milk, and life-saving drugs, as an acute humanitarian crisis is unfolding in Kashmir due to the clampdown. This is Radio Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said the new local government system being introduced by the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government will genuinely bring revolution in the life of the people. He was chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad today regarding the new local government system to be introduced in the Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Imran Khan said under this new system, locally elected representatives will be fully empowered so that they do not face any problems regarding development and resolution of the problems of their areas. He said these local governments will prove to be the nurseries of national leadership. The Prime Minister said the new local government system will not only enable the people to directly elect capable and eligible representatives at the tehsil and municipal levels, but this will also strengthen the political parties. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has emphasized on interrelating modern technology in the audit process to ensure transparency and further enhance efficiency. He was talking to the Auditor General of Pakistan, Javed Jahangir, in Islamabad today, highlighting the constitutional importance of the Office of the Auditor General of Pakistan. The President said transparency had to be the priority of any government to ensure good governance. A joint session of the Parliament will be held tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the Parliament House in Islamabad. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, will address the joint sitting, marking the advent of the new parliamentary year. Meanwhile, the session of the National Assembly will commence on Friday at 10 a.m. The Minister for Economic Affairs Division, Muhammad Hamad Azhar, has reaffirmed Pakistan's unequivocal commitment to work with the international community in the fight against money laundering, terrorism financing, and other financial crimes. He expressed this resolve while leading a senior-level Pakistan delegation during the 2 days face-to-face meeting with the Financial Action Task Force's Asia-Pacific Joint Group in Bangkok to discuss Pakistan's progress on the Financial Action Task Force Action Plan. The delegation effectively presented Pakistan's progress on each of the Financial Action Task Force Action Plan items and provided additional information and clarification to the Asia-Pacific Joint Group. The minister also conveyed Pakistan's strong commitment to implement the international anti-money laundering and combating financing of terrorism standards. As per the Financial Action Task Force's procedures, the Asia-Pacific Joint Group will present its report in the Financial Action Task Force plenary and working group meetings scheduled from the 13th of next month in Paris. The 71st death anniversary of the father of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was observed today with due solemnity. Radio Pakistan is also airing special programs with reference to the day. 4 Major Generals of the Pakistan Army have been promoted to the rank of Lieutenant General, according to a notification issued by the Inter-Services Public Relations. Those promoted include Major General Muhammad Amir, Major General Muhammad Chirag Haider, Major General Nadeem Ahmed Anjum, and Major General Khalid Zia. In Afghanistan, 30 Taliban militants have been killed in an airstrike in northern Takhar province of the country. According to Afghan army spokesman, the strike was conducted acting on a specific intelligence input on the outskirts of Khwaja Bahauddin district. He said 3 hijacked military vehicles were also destroyed in the strike. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain thunderstorm is expected at a few places in Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.